Look what I found. Found some blue corn masa. I want to make some tortillas with this. I'm also curious. See how blue it looks. Oh, looks purple. Nice. Now, I was gonna fry it, make some fry bread, but it kind of loses its color when you fry it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make some tortillas with it. Little tip when you're making tortillas, make sure your water is hot. I remember making this with my grandma, and I'll literally be burning my hands, and she'd just be like, well, that's how you make it. But granted, she made some really good tortillas. Look at that. Looks gray. It looks like sludge water. Reminds me of when I used to tumble rocks. Like this is how the water used to look. Alright, yeah. Here's my masa base. Ooh, it feels like sand. Definitely a texture thing. I might have actually put a little bit too much water in this one. We'll see. It's not fully coated yet. Alright. I might actually need some more. For this one, I'm using some blue masa. Yes. I've always wanted to try it. I even grew some bluish corn at one point, so it's nice to see what the final product would be like. I don't have one of those machines though that you use to crush the corn, so I never really ended up making anything with it. Ended up just being like decorative. Here we go. Now it's already starting to form a ball. And that's what you want when making tortillas. You don't want it to be too dry, you don't want it to be too wet. You kind of just need it for a minute. So it might still be a little bit too wet though. Pour some more in here. Now, I'm going to end up making way more than I wanted to, but that's the opposite of the problem. You can always just free your masa dough. It'll have to be used the first day. Alright, now it's starting to get a little bit more dry. And more ball-like. More ball-like, more of a dough, there you go. That's the word I was looking for. Pretty much just knead it like a dough. I'm going to do it for like a good minute or two. And just make sure that it's a good doughy consistency. Now, you don't want it to cling too much because then it's going to be hard when you actually go to roll it. So you really do want a good dough texture. I don't know another way. You don't want it too soft. It has to be that Goldilocks. You don't want it too wet. You don't want it too dry. You want it just right. There we go. That's how it's looking so far. I still think it needs a little bit more dough, but dough. Can't think when I'm working, y'all. I think it still needs a little bit more masa. But look at that. Can't help it. I always have to throw stuff. If I see a ball, I have to throw it. But that's how it's looking so far. I'm going to figure this out, and I'll show y'all how it looks with this figured out. Since I can't think, I'm thinking we're gonna. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. We used to ride these babies for days. Look at these. They look just like little rocks. I mean, of course they're not. I mean, this looks like a rock that you could just like. See if I can do it with one hand. Oh no, it's not gonna be a pretty one, but look at that. Not even either. But it's pretty fun to play with. I don't know, some food is just so satisfying to make. It's like playing with Play-Doh before you get to eat it. But yeah, that's how the blue masa is looking so far. Not so blue, more gray, but still pretty. Can't wait to see how they turn out. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. We used to ride these babies for days. Look at these. They look just like little rocks. I mean, of course they're not. I mean, this looks like a rock that you could just like. See if I can do it with one hand. Oh no, it's not gonna be a pretty one, but look at that. Not even either. but pretty fun to play with. I don't know, some food is just so satisfying to make. It's like playing with Play-Doh before you get to eat it. But, yeah, that's how the blue masa is looking so far. Not so blue, more gray, but still pretty. Can't wait to see how they turn out. Alright, yeah. I'm now breaking down this big old boulder right here. Making little tiny rocks. Just kidding, y'all. This is blue masa. I was about to say red, but that's not the case. It would be cool if I ever get one of those machines. I'm gonna have to grow some more maize so I can actually experiment with different types of different corns. So masa is corn flour, a little bit extra stuff added in there, so that way you can make tortillas and tostadas, a whole bunch of different stuff with it. But these do look like little rocks, like even the way that they're shimmering and everything. It's pretty. I like it. I always wanted to work with blue masa, just because, of course, the aesthetics. I'm an artist, after all, so I mean, I like pretty things. Can't help it. So this one you just kind of just roll it in your hands and until you get a little ball. Eventually these balls are going to get flattened out. If you have a tortilla press, that would probably be the best bet. I have a roller because, you know, in the words of Fred Durst, you just got to keep rolling. What? But anyway, these aren't exactly 100% even, but you want to get them as even as possible. So that way you get uniform little tortillas when you're done. You don't want these to be too big. I do kind of want little mini ones, so that would be best. And I'm almost done. It's like almost like playing with Play-Doh. It's really satisfying. And it gives me good memories. I used to, oh, my hair's kind of funky, sorry. I used to make tortillas with my grandma, so it always, like, every time I make them, it brings back, like, a really beautiful core memory of helping my nana. She was a little Native American lady, but she was a farm worker, so she picked up a lot of tips and tricks, so. And she used to travel all around the country, just helping people with their farms and stuff, helping pick whatever, you know, picking strawberries, picking whatever. So back then they didn't have their own individual housing, so you're basically pretty much forced to live with other people. So she learned a lot from the people that were around her. But there we go. Here's my edible rocks. Yeah, I picked the wrong day to go back. Go ahead and always wear whatever I'm doing. If it's out in the garden, I'll come out dirty. If it's baking or working with flour, I always end up with flour or something on me. I don't know, but just like to wear what I'm doing now. Now, roll from hand. Pretty. I mean, it's easy once you get it. If you haven't done it before, it might be a little difficult. I haven't done it in a while, so it might be a little bit more difficult. Let's see. Oh yeah, this would be way. Ooh, almost lost it right there. This would be way easier with the tortilla press, but I'm just gonna go ahead and work it out. Well, alright, maybe I just gotta flatten them out. Because I'm used to making flour tortillas. Alright, y'all, it's starting to crack a little bit. They might have been a little too dry, but I'll make another batch right now. But look how pretty that is. I mean, they're gray. It looks a little bit like more pinkish. Not pink, purple in person, but they are pretty. Now that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Here it is without the flash, and boy, that thing looks purple. That's beautiful, y'all. Look at that. My hard work paid off. Here it is without the flash, and boy, that thing looks purple. That's beautiful, y'all. Look at that. The hard work paid off. To this beautiful little purple thing right here. Boom. It's gorgeous, y'all. Could have used a little bit more oil in there, but it's pretty good. First time making corn tortillas. Well, at least in a long time. Since I was a little one. Oh, right now I can't find my tortilla press, so I'm gonna just go ahead and innovate. Innovation is key. Darwin's real theory: adapt and you shall survive. But there we go. This is why the ball shape helps. Once you actually flatten it down, and it will turn into a little circle. And there we go. Oh, this is kind of sticking. Needs a little bit more oil. Gentle, gentle. Okay, this is this is an oatmeal. Thing about it, it's super easy. So you just redo it. So I'm gonna get some more oil. Reform the ball. Just press it. Look at that, just wants to come off. Boom. And the first one was a failure. All you need is just a little bit of oil. Oil and patience. That is the key. Look at all those beauties. These are all hand pressed, but just this. And I got some more masa because I don't think this is gonna be enough. So there we go. I'll make a little bit more this time. I pre-seasoned it. Got a little garlic in there. Got some salt. And that's about it. Didn't season it too much because I'm gonna season the meat, and that's gonna be the star of the show. Alright. Nice quesadillas, y'all. How pretty these things look on a black plate. Oh, plating matters sometimes, y'all. These are not done, but just look how pretty that is. Cheese. Cheese. And put its fashionable little purple hat on. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. I press it down so it don't break. Ready, starting to break. Boom, boom. Next, I gotta get a little warmed up so that cheese will melt. Outside, it's just a beautiful purple tortilla. Look at that on the inside. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Probably not the best presentation, but look at that. Boom, boom, and made some ice. Alright, y'all. So my purple, look at the contrast of that. Purple tortillas with the orange rice. It's a beautiful combination right there. That little cheese pool. Aww. They're like, hold my hand. Hold my hand till we die. Till we get eaten. More appreciation of this beauty before they get eaten all the. Alright, y'all. That's kind of my hair. My hair has a mind of its own, y'all. It really, really does. Alright, I'm kind of hot and sweaty after making this beauty. Just want to get out.